Welcome back. About a week ago, I published a video sharing a day of me on Instagram stories, and this comes after many requests for me to share it. I'll have a link to that video in the description box below where I talk about why I am testing the waters, sharing some, not all, of my Instagram stories here on YouTube. In that video, I asked you, my audience, how you felt about this, and I cannot believe the response that I got. Most people, in fact, only 2 replied that they felt it wasn't necessary. So thank you so much for weighing in. I do read all of my YouTube comments, and I greatly appreciate the feedback. So I'm bringing you another day. This is a little bit shorter day of me on Instagram stories from last Tuesday when I took you along to Rejuve Ave Skin Spa, where I get my treatments and procedures performed for my face for anti-aging. I took you along. It does get a little bloody, so I warn you, but I know many of you ladies appreciate seeing the up close and personal of what other women like me do, and I'm always eager and happy to share. Later this week, on Friday, I will be sharing the whole entire experience in a YouTube video. So today's little clip that you see is just to give you a warm-up of what's to come this coming Friday right here on YouTube. When I do share Instagram stories here on YouTube, everything that I talk about in my stories, where there's a link to direct you to whatever it is, whether it's a video or a program, workshop, something I share in person like what I'm wearing, I will always have the links in the description box below the video, as well as on the corresponding blog post, which is always your top link. For example, in the Instagram stories, I talk about my workout routine that I did that day for upper body, and I mentioned 3 videos. Those videos will be linked. Also a link to take advantage of the early bird special that is currently going on for the program 3-week intense that I run quarterly. Don't delay getting registered because that early bird special expires on the 21st, this coming Sunday. I also talk in the Instagram stories about what the early bird special is, and I actually had a little bit of an error. The video that I talked about with the special assignment or the personal assignment, that is a different video. You can expect your early bird special to be a video where I share 5 health in wellness tips. I have a video number 1, and then I have a video number 2, and you already have access to video number 1, 5 tips for health and wellness. I'll have that video linked in the description box, but this is the follow-up video with 5 more tips, and that's your early bird special. Everything else that I mentioned will be linked. Be sure to subscribe to my newsletter. That comes out several days per week, and be following me on Instagram stories. And again, when I share a message, I put it in that day's highlight for 1 week, and then it will expire. So for example, what you're about to see today is saved in the Tuesday highlight on my Instagram, and that will expire tomorrow when I add new content. So let's take a look at my day last Tuesday going to the skin spa on Instagram stories.
I'm interested in all psychology, all neuroscience, and this is, I think, the most interesting finding of the last decade in all of science. And this is the insight that your muscles are basically an endocrine organ that secrete hormones into your bloodstream that affect.
Good Tuesday morning. Checking boxes. I get to get up bright and early and work those beautiful muscles. I love it. Celebrate that win. All right, have a great morning. Good morning, back at you. we were predicted to have a winter storm overnight, and we didn't really get, I think, I think there was some uncertainty of how much we would get, but yeah, it didn't end up being too bad, right? Was it predicted to be worse? I think it was. Anyway, I hope you're off to a great Tuesday. I am. Had a great workout this morning. Just en route to an appointment and doing some work. 3-week intense members. There's a lot going on this morning on the Facebook group community page. I've sent you several videos addressing a couple of questions. I also shared my upper body workout that I did this morning, which is 3 workouts. One workout is my main workout, and then I did a burner, a 5-minute burner, and I assure you it burns. It burns. There's words that come up in my head to push me through the burning. I won't share those words. As long as you're not directing those words at anyone, sometimes that's how we release whatever we need to release. And I get through it by having little things come up in my head. Yes, I am that girl. And then I did a 5-minute little Pilates cool down. That still is a good workout. It's just kind of coming down from that burn. So it's 3 videos. It takes about 32 minutes, and I burned about 110 calories just doing that upper body circuit. I love it. I do it about once per week. But in the 3-week intense Facebook page, I shared those 3 videos with you and my stats, and I talk about the routine. Also, I have a little assignment that I am encouraging you to join me doing this week, either Wednesday or Thursday, so watch for that on the Facebook page. And then I'm also inviting members to join me on a 3-day juice cleanse. I cover all of those details. If you're not part of 3-week intense and you're starting to feel like, wow, I think in 2024, this is a program that I want to implement in my life. It's amazing the goals that get crushed and the confidence. If I could rename this program, it would be Confidence Boosting 21 Days, because watching these ladies transform by stepping into their power and watching their confidence just rise is the most beautiful thing to witness. I just love it. And that's what happens when we step into our power and we manage us and we live a life of mastery. Your confidence will rise, and as a result, you are so less impacted by outside triggers of other people, just triggers in general, because at the end of the day, you feel good about yourself. It's just powerful. Quarter 2, 3-week intense is open for registration. I encourage you to jump on it early because I am offering an early bird special. I will have a link in here where you can get to the 3-week intense page and you can register for quarter 2. I can give you those dates, but they'll be on the page. Basically, it starts in early April and then it ends 21 days later. The early bird special, the 3-week intense, reading a text message from McKenna about watching Mac, because that's what grandmas do. The early bird special ends the last day of quarter 1, 3-week intense, which is currently going on, which is the 21st of January. So you will want to register by the 21st to take advantage of the early bird special. What is the early bird special? Well, it's a video of a personal assignment for you. Now you can purchase this video with the self-assignment on the replay tab. It's $27 if you would like to buy that assignment on your own. But if you take advantage of joining quarter 2, 3-week intense before the 21st of this month, you will get that personal assignment, a video from me with that assignment upon checkout. upon checkout. So if you register today, you'll have that assignment, which is great to do, preparing for whatever, preparing for life or preparing for quarter 2, 3 week intense. So I encourage you to register early and take advantage of this amazing and awesome program. I will share some of the wonderful comments that have been left by current members, just the confidence, again, the confidence that they have. But a lot of success in week 1 with weight loss, if that's the goal. Not everyone that's participating in 3 week intense has a goal to lose weight, but many do, and they're crushing those goals. It's beautiful to witness. So I just wanted to share that with you. Again, I'll have a link in here where you can take advantage of getting registered for 3 week intense early. Another way to step in your power is to eliminate 5 things from your life in 2024. And I have a YouTube video that I just published less than an hour ago, sharing 5 things to eliminate and give up in your life so that you can step into your power, so that you can no longer be triggered by outside factors and other people. That video, it's very short, it's very quick, so it'll be great for those of you who like shorter videos. So I will put a link in here where you can step into your power and eliminate these 5 things from your life today. Reading YouTube comments that are coming in from today's video. I love this one. Such a great message. Just pulled out my planner and wrote these down, the 5 things to let go of. I am really working on the noise of the world. I find that I lose track of my goals and get very unfocused. Thank you for being the voice of accountability. Yes, the noise of the world. Even in 3 week intense, I see a little bit of buy-in of the noise of the world. Yeah, it's hard to decipher what you believe, but always remember, if you ever say these words, well, they say, I want you to check yourself. Who's they? Who's they? Every time I've been in conversation with someone and they say, well, you know what they say, I want to know who's they. Because for me, they bears little weight most often. I have found in my almost 53 years that they have bared little weight in my life. They've been their way of thinking, their way of doing, their way of living, their choices, what they're believing. I'm thankful that I turned a deaf ear to that, right? So that's a great one. I love this one. Tracy opened up a can of truths. She's right. I can make excuses for days, but I'm only hurting myself. Bam. Tracy, you're so right. It is hard to admit, but you are. Yeah, even for me, I have to remind myself through my daily work of these 5 things. Just had a blood draw, and I am numbing up for microneedling with PRP. This is my 3rd treatment. I bought a package of 3 when Rejuve Ave Skin Spa was having one of their specials. They run a big specials package for all of their services and treatments 2 times per year. Now they do offer specials all throughout the year, but there's 2 times that I really take advantage of their offerings because they are the biggest savings. And so I had bought a package of 3 microneedling with the PRP added on. Today I am having my 3rd treatment done. So I've had the 3 spread out about 4 to 6 weeks apart, and then that will be it. And then I will revisit whether or not I will decide when they run their specials in the spring or in the fall if I want to buy another package, and I'm leaning towards that because through my research and through my experience, I feel like it's a great treatment for the condition of the skin. So there's a lot of advantages that I feel that I'm looking for. So I'll probably revisit and maybe do another round, I'm guessing towards the end of 2024. So almost like a 1 year spread between doing the 3 treatments. That's kind of what's on my radar at this point. But getting numbed up, blood's been drawn, blood went upstairs for them to spin. It takes about 10 minutes to prep the blood to be prepared to do the PRP portion of my microneedling.
My microneedling done right now. The PRP is afterwards, correct, Kelly?
The PRP is being put onto your skin right now.
Oh,
We're
okay.
needling that in, and then it is also put on your skin after. The only thing that goes on.
Wonderful. So again, my 3rd round of microneedling, about 4 to 6 weeks apart. I'm experiencing no discomfort because of the numbing. And I'm sure it looks bloody. I don't know because I'm not on your end.
Yep.
But
which is good. We want that pinpoint bleeding.
Pinpoint bleeding. What you want. So if it's gruesome, well, I apologize. Tap out. All right, microneedling is done. Kelly is applying the PRP, which will make me nice and tight. And all is good. You don't see the little pinpoint bleeding anymore.
On my way home, microneedling was a success. I'm nice and red. As you can see, I'm also very tight feeling, which is very typical after having the PRP applied at the end of the treatment. And I would say I expect to feel like a sunburn. That's basically what I've observed from having microneedling done. This series, this 3 treatment series that I just did, is not the first time I've done microneedling. I've done it a few years ago. I did microneedling. So it is a treatment or a procedure. I guess I would call it a treatment that I really like. I wanted to go over some pricing with you. When I checked out, I asked Jackie at the front desk to go over the current prices with me. So to get one microneedling treatment alone without the PRP is $400 for one treatment. If you add the PRP onto the microneedling, it's $700 for one treatment. And that's their normal pricing at this time. They do have, well, let me go over this with you. When they run their specials, which there's not one going on right now, this is probably the special that I took advantage of, that I bought last spring. I think I would have bought it in the spring because I started using it in the fall. It's a series of 3 microneedling for $1,000, and I didn't get what the add-on for the PRP to all of those would be. But they are currently running a special. Let me go over that with you. Sorry for the glare, but this is their New Year's special. It's microneedling with the skincare line Rejuve, which I've not tried, so I'm not familiar with it. Can't speak on that. I can only speak on the microneedling. And it is $1,500 for a microneedling with this system. Or is it 3? A package of 3? Maybe that's a package of 3. Well, I don't know. You'll have to call. I'll insert their number. And I'll insert their number and a link to their website. I don't know if their pricing is on their website. So I don't know if this is for 3, because if they're 4 each, it may be. I'm guessing maybe it's 3, and then with the skincare line, if you're a VIP, you do get a savings, but they're doing a free neck add-on. I will keep you posted when they run their big specials plan with their big savings for all of pretty much everything that they offer in the spring. And then they do another round in the fall. And that's always when I take advantage. So today was already paid for. I go back in February for Botox. That's already covered because they have a big Botox specials so I don't even have to buy Botox yearly because I buy their big special. So I go, the end of the month, I go in for my Botox, And then 2 weeks later, I go in for a dermaplane and a diamond glow. And those are already paid for. They're in my bank because I took advantage of the specials either in the spring or fall of last year. But I will keep you posted when they're running them. Just keep watching. Even those that do stick with it, most of us will say it's hard. It is hard. We get used to the hard. So that part gets easier because you just get used to it. The only difference between those that don't stick with the plan consistently and those that do is we are used to the hard, so we just are used to it. You just need to get used to it, right? If you had a toddler running around, you're just used to the house being in chaos, right? I'm not used to it because I'm not always around it. It's not always happening. It's hard. It's hard. Just face it. The problem is most people want it to be easy. They just don't get why it's got to be so hard. And whenever it gets easy, then I'll stick with it. Well, you'll never stick with it if you're waiting for easy. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard for me. It's hard for the neighbor. It's hard for this person. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed. Come back tomorrow for my closet organization tour here on YouTube, and then I'll see you back on YouTube Friday when I walk you through the whole experience of my microneedling and PRP treatment that I had done last week.